Okay, so you've got two keys. The bigger head one is going to open this front bezel. This is the keypad. Put your combo there so you know. If you punch the combo in twice or three times wrong, it's going to lock you out for 5 minutes. So just keep that in mind. But your combination is set. Turn it all the way and pull it open. Okay. Down below here, this is your DPL unit. It's got the power and the two antennas. You've seen the video on how the reboot works. You should always have three lights. These three green lights should be on. And the internet cable to the ATM gets plugged in closest to the serial cable. This allows you to reboot the ATM. So if anytime you have a problem, you don't see these lights on for whatever reason, just power it off, unplug it for like about 10 seconds and plug it back in. This is your antenna, so you can see the strength of your antenna. You can also do that from the DPL website. So that's good there. Okay, so this is your dispenser. This whole thing just going to slide out. So if you ever have a stuck bill or anything right here, you can easily get at it. It's always good to, you can pull this like this, like a bicycle chain, and it'll bring up any bills that may be stuck at the back there, but you shouldn't really have any problems. You see down here, this is the reject bin. So any bills the ATM's not sure about, it's going to throw them in there. So if you're short, 40 bucks or something, look in the reject bin and make sure there's no bills in there. Also, make sure this thing snaps shut. There's a defect in this design here where it can get caught in between here and you can't open the safe unless you give it a big kick. So just make sure that this is snapped shut. Your cassette, you want to go up and out, okay? And so we're getting money. Anyways, here's my knapsack. Wow. This isn't a professional video. Okay, so when you're loading this thing, put it on your knee so it kind of does that. This bar slides all the way back and snaps into place. Okay, it's pretty forgiving. Your money's just going to go in like that. Doesn't matter which way. Doesn't matter old or new bills. And then just make sure that that bar pushes up against your bills. Okay. And then when you put it back in here, you're gonna snap it into place. So you'll get an air up top if you don't. So that's all there is to that. Okay, I'll send you the instructions here. But to get into the ATM, you're going to go enter, clear, cancel, 1, 2, 3. And if there's already an existing error, you're going to get this screen, and you're going to want to choose operator function. That'll get you into the menu. Device initialization you could do if you had an error, and you can press that and the machine tries to clear the error. But in this case, we're just going to go into operator function. Now it's going to ask for your password. It's the same as your vault. Okay, and this is your screen. So it's going to tell you this is your card reader, your pin pad, your dispenser, your printer. So if these are red, there's a problem. Right here, you can see how many bills are in your machine. So if you just want to come up to the ATM, you can log in and you can just see how many bills are in there. Or of course, you can do it remotely through TNS. The only thing you really got to worry about here is each time is settlement. That's how you're going to add your cash. So you can go settlement, add cash, first cassette, because this machine only has one cassette. And it's always the number of bills, not the value. So let's say you put 100 bills in, so 100, which is $2,000. You go enter and apply, and you should get a receipt. So you want to keep this receipt to keep track of how many bills you add. And let's say 2 days later you want to come and add more bills. You don't. But the easiest is just to continue to add. So you could just come right back in, go to settlement, add cash, first cassette, and add another whatever 50 bills and enter, and it'll do the math for you. Let's say you make a mistake and your bill count's not correct. If you go to the settlement screen, you're going to see cassette total. Cassette total will zero everything out for you. So if you make a mistake and you want to re-enter your bills from scratch, hit cassette total, and that's going to zero out the machine, so there's no bills in there now. Okay? And that's basically all it is for the menu. And then just go cancel, cancel, cancel to walk yourself back out of the menu, and the machine will try to go into service. Okay, as far as the up top goes, this big-headed key also opens up your top bezel, and this comes forward, so you have access to all your stuff. Everything's compartmental, so if you have any issues, it's easy to swap out a card reader or a printer or a power supply, and we can send it to you. The only thing you have to worry about here, there's a power switch here. You tell anybody either if it's easier to unplug it from the wall or just turn the power off for like 15 seconds, just like a computer. It'll reset. This is your printer, and I'll send you a couple rolls of paper. I'm gonna show this on the bench because it's easier to see on the bench how to load the paper. Okay, so this button here, this green button, releases the print head down here. So if you got a jam or something, you can just release the print head, and then that just snaps back into place. Okay. There's a little diagram here that shows you which way the paper goes. This is thermal paper, so if you put it in backwards, it's not going to print. So, and this spindle just pressure fits on there, so just pull it off. And you would go like this, for instance, that would go on there. And you're just going to go around and up here. Okay. And that should be, it should automatically grab it. And just put that pressure spindle back on. If it doesn't automatically ground it, you can release the print head and just slightly move it up a little bit, and then snap it back in place, and it should catch. So that's about it. Okay.